Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 546, and it is your review of In the Mood for Love. We are concluding our Wong Kar-wai Month here as we finish up with possibly his best movie. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out at the end of today if Brad feels the same way. But of course, it is the nerd gonna here to host the show, along with my wonderful co-host, Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a wonderful pre-recorded Monday.
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 Yep, going up on a Tuesday for everybody because on Monday we have The Last of Us now. So what's it called? We're just switching to Tuesday for the moment while The Last of Us wraps up. But of course, Brad, what's up, man? How are you doing? I know it's been a rough couple days, huh?
It's been a weekend. Been a weekend.
Yeah, I
I got my
bet,
truck
man.
done though, so I got a bunch of
Yeah.
shit out of my garage and onto my truck, so I'm happy with that.
Yup.
Shit.
Jeez, man. What were you up to this weekend?
Oh, Saturday we just worked on the truck the whole time, so we got the had a front bumper put on with lights, a winch, like the whole redneck 9 yards, you could say. And then Sunday we ended up helping my dad. I don't know. He had two basically vehicles sitting out there that hadn't run for like one probably hadn't ran for like 2 or 3 years, and the other one hadn't run since 2017. And then my cousin got both those running.
So you said, oh, might as well get them to do it.
Yeah, yeah. But as I'm sitting there with lights that still need to be put on, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
So come on, Dad. Like,
Come on, man! Like that shit's been sitting there since 2017. What the hell?
you just now want to do
You
this?
just now want it? What the hell, man? I was all
Damn.
excited having these big ass KC lights ready to put on, and he's just like,
Yeah.
well, "Can you get my my ATV running?" It's like that ATV's been sitting out there since fucking 2017, old man.
Oh. And then you're on today.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no. So I had to go over there, so it was important because I left like so all the shit that I ordered for the truck was
Yeah.
sitting in her garage, the boxes and shit. It
Yeah.
wasn't like a big box, so it wasn't everywhere, but I had to get that out of there. So,
Okay. All right. Well, not much going on over here, man. Just was work, and we just did our episode on Last of Us season 1, episode 2. So what's it called? We went ahead and did that, but been sitting down. I was watching Raging Bull until you told me that hey, we gotta get on.
yeah, I
So I
was
was like,
watching
all
Last of Us while you guys were talking about Last of Us. So I still have 30 minutes to go.
right. Yup. Um. Yeah, man. what's it called? It's been a good day so far. Tomorrow's apparently gonna be really bad here. Like, there's gonna be some bad weather. So
Yeah, we just got the cold and snow over here.
yup.
So it's headed your way.
Yeah.
It's fucking freezing. It sucks. Like stay indoors if you can.
I gotta work tomorrow, Brad.
Well, that means you stay indoors, right?
Yep.
There
I'll
you
be
go.
indoors.
There you go.
Um,
Stay indoors.
but either way, that's how it rolls. That's how it rolls, man. That's how it goes. But yeah, man, we're gonna be concluding our One Car Wine Month here, and we're gonna talk about this film from his filmography, probably described as his best movie. This is one that won Tony Leung the Best Actor award at the what's it called, at the Cannes Film Festival, and this is probably the one that he's most well known for. But yeah, Brett, anything else you want to share before we get in here?
I don't think so. I got nothing.
All right,
I don't know.
fuck it.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't-
all right, fuck it. All right, man, let's get this going, dude. I mean, there's nothing else to say. I mean, what's it called? I went to a wedding in the weekend, and that's it. You know?
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hey, man. Let's get this going, my friends. If you have not watched In the Mood for Love and you care about spoilers, then this is your chance to get out of here. Unless you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen the film. Either way, how any of that goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a five, four, three, two, one. All right, let's get ready to do this, Brad. I have to read some stuff here. Whew.
Stuffs and things and things and stuffs.
Things and stuff. Yep. Stuff and things and stuff. Okay. In the Mood for Love is a 2000 romantic drama film written, produced, and directed by Wong Kar-wai, a co-production between Hong Kong and France. It portrays a man, Tony Leung, and a woman, Maggie Chung, whose spouses have an affair together, and who slowly develop feelings for each other. It forms the second part of an informal trilogy alongside Days of Being Wild and 2046. The film premiered at the Cannes Film Festival on May 20th, 2000, to critical acclaim and a nomination for the Palme d'Or. Long won Best Actor, the first Hong Kong actor to win the award. It is often listed as one of the greatest films of all time and one of the major works of Asian cinema. In a 2016 survey by the BBC, it was voted the second greatest film of the 21st century by 177 film critics from around the world, saying, "Never before has a film spoken so fluently in the universal language of loss and desire." In 2022, the film placed fifth in Sight and Sound's greatest films of all time critics poll, rising from its previous position of 24th in 2012. It is the highest ranked film between 1975 and 2022. Written and directed by Wong Kar-wai, produced by Wong Kar-wai. Cinematography is done by Christopher Doyle and Mark Lee Bin. Edited by William Chang. Uh, Music by Michael Galazzo. And it sits at an hour and 38 minutes. And the box office is 12.9 million US dollars. Uh, yeah, there's no Hong Kong box office there, but
Hmm.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. Fuck, I don't know how many times I've seen this film, Brad. I think I've lost count after four. But this time I decided to revisit the what's it called, the original restoration. Because I what's it called am not a fan of the Shrek cut, which is the new restoration of this film, and I just have to get that out there.
You don't like Eddie Murphy being in it?
No, man, I don't know what happened. How the fuck was Donkey in there? Yeah. Because look, y'all, I know there's a lot of green in here, but that doesn't mean that I want the film to be completely green, like the nerdcore green. But that aside, I want to go ahead and get Brad's thoughts first.
Oh
Brad,
boy,
who? Brad, what are your thoughts on In the Mood for Love?
I'm about to catch so much shit. I just know it. I just know it. This isn't my favorite. It
Okay,
might not be
that
my
had to be your
favorite.
favorite.
This isn't my favorite. Might not be my favorite out of every movie we watched of his so far. Um, let me get this out straight. Like, out of all his movies, this probably does have some of the best cinematography. It looks beautiful. Um, I don't have a issue with the characters. My issue's with the story. The whole time, it's just like it's just one big long spiral, and you're like, when are they gonna fuck? Like,
They
that's
can't.
that's what we're like leading, and it never happens. There is no fucking for whatever reason, and it's just like. Because these are like this dude is so blue balled up, and that chick is just so like just dry at the end of this point. It's just like this is painful to watch. It's like look, your two spouses they went off and they're doing the fucking like I get it, pain and loss, but it's just a spiral on what these two individuals want, and it just never happens.
Let me explain to you something here, Brad. So I don't know how it works. What's it called? With your people, but in my community, Brad, they talk. and they talk a lot. So I'm gonna guess it was the same in here during the generation of the '60s in Hong Kong. They couldn't fuck, bro. They couldn't, man. They were gonna
You make a point.
yes, like, and I think a lot of the reason why it's like not as outwardly said in this film, and you can feel it in the way that cinematography provides like the space. Like this, you feel so claustrophobic in this movie,
Oh
bro.
yeah,
Like
like
I
just
can't
everything is
breathe around all
well,
these
and that's
motherfuckers.
well, and they literally spent a whole like day in a not a hotel room, but in like one of their rooms, one of their living
Yeah,
areas, and it's like they won't fucking leave. They're playing mahjong. Like get them
yeah.
the
They
fuck
went
out.
up to 6 a.m. Which, by the way, y'all, this is a very universal thing between ethnic people because that fucking Latinos do the same shit. Poor, like when she gets to her room finally, and she just like basically almost falls down because her feet are hurting so much because she had to keep those high heels on.
Yeah.
Like, my God. I mean, but that's the thing is like, what would have happened? She walks out of that room. The people see her and be like, "What are you doing in Mr. Child's room?" Like,
Yeah, then word
like,
gets around and all that. Yeah.
yeah,
No, I like I understand that, but then you got the moments of they're basically like on a date, and they make up this whole like reason they're on a date, and it's just like, my God, there ain't like no love hotels out in the middle of goddamn nowhere just to go fuck. Because at this point, it's painful. It's painfully painful. It's like we all know what you want. We want the same thing for you. Just a little release.
well, low release, Brad. But would do you want to step to the level of your partner who cheated on you? You know, do you want to step on that to that level where like, hey,
But here's my thing. His partners in Japan has never come back home. So is that his
yeah,
partner anymore.
yeah,
And her
but what's it?
partner is kind of the same thing. Like literally gone.
Yeah,
Is that to me is not a marriage anymore. That's where you just do the paperwork at that point and like I'm divorcing your ass. I'm going to fuck the really hot neighbor next door. Like
yeah, Maggie Chuck can get it, bro. Yeah. Um, I love this movie, man. It is my favorite movie from Wong Kar-wai. It is one of my favorite movies of all time. Just down to the technical aspect, right off the gate, like just the cinematography is very tight. It's very what's it called? A film that very much concentrates on the amount of space that there is, and I love the use of the step printing in here as well. It's not as like stylized like to the extent that it was in like Fallen Angels or like Chungking
no, but
Express.
I mean this was probably the more beautiful of the movies. Like this is
Oh
probably the
yeah,
most beautiful movie like I've seen from him. It's gorgeous. Like don't get
yeah,
me wrong. I just overly kind of bored about it of the
yeah.
story.
I mean, because we're kind of used to like if we're being honest here, Brad. We're what's it called? We're used to our romance films. Like, okay, they're eventually gonna get to like this big third act where they're gonna fuck and they're gonna get married and everything's gonna be great and they're gonna be together and it's like, nah,
Never happens. Never
no,
happens.
that's
It's
not
just
gonna
another
happen.
spiral of and then they go off and it's just like, well, all right,
Yeah, it's
cool.
like, yeah, that's not going to happen. And then in 2046, we're not going to talk about it this month because we're done. But in 2046, it's really all about the consequences of him never, what's it called, able to consummate what they had.
Yeah.
And, um, you know, we're so used to, right? So we're so used to like, this grand, what's it called, formula of like how it's supposed to go. So like the first time I watched this film, I was waiting, bro. Like, oh, they're gonna have to kiss, right? Like they're
Yeah.
gonna kiss, and like, what's it called? It kind of reminds you of like Portrait of a Lady on Fire at times. Like, how in the beginning they were just like, they're like, okay, okay, y'all are like touching up on each other, but when y'all gonna kiss? And of course, like they kiss, right? But in
Mhm.
here, it's like, no, like no, that's like
No,
what's it
no,
called?
but maybe that like like this movie is like more like real life.
Yeah,
Like it and unfortunately real life is kind of boring.
exactly, Brad. You just can't spontaneously. what's
No,
it
you
called?
can't spontaneously go fuck the neighbor. Like
Go
this just
fuck the neighbor
yeah.
that is cheating, that whose
No, like
husband is cheating on your wife.
because you're
Like,
sorting out in your mind, like, well, why the fuck is my wife cheating on me? And you're doing exactly
yeah.
like he's the same thing. But at the same time, I don't know if I enjoy those movies of just this is life. It's like because I know life, and life is kind of boring.
Well, Brad. So but like you also kind of look it back at it, right? The six, it's like it's 60s Hong Kong. Um, the British are gonna hand over Hong Kong to China, so there's kind of a shift in the culture now, you know. And what's it called? Like a lot of the people there, the way that they interact with each other, and it's like everybody needs to keep an eye on each other, right? Like nobody can let these two just be around each other, like be themselves. Like no,
Yeah,
because like the minute something goes wrong, they're gonna talk. Like everybody's up in each other's business, bro.
I just need to have a chat with Christopher Doyle because man, you going on the fucking close ups of Maggie Chung's ass like way too many times when you're going
Uh,
up those stairs, bro. Like every goddamn time. It's just like, man, like you don't need to like zoom in that close.
yup. Um, so I forgot to say that what's it called? The literal translation of the what's it called of the title is flowery years. Yeah, I think I like the In the Mood for Love better. The
Yeah,
title
probably.
better.
Like
Flowery
I don't know.
years, yeah.
Flowery
But
years with those fucking yeah, the years of flour coming out of the dick. That's what's happening.
yeah, man. Hey, man. But I what's it called? Hey, man. There was chances, bro. There was chance. She went to that room. She was going to leave with him, bro,
Yeah,
and it didn't.
no, and
It happened.
that's life in a way. And then he was too scared to, when they were walking like
Yeah.
outside and something. Like I don't know what happened. Like there was a scene where like he did something and then it didn't, and then they redid like the scene. Like I don't know what's going on there.
Where they were doing the
Were
where
they
she
like
was practicing how to confront her husband.
yeah, yeah. So it was basically the same
Dude,
scene but
at first,
twice in a different way.
yeah, yeah. At first, I like when I first watched this film, bro. At first, I thought that that was actually her confronting her husband.
Mm.
Like at first, I really thought that was her confronting her husband. And no, it wasn't. It wasn't. I was like, oh, okay, because that's when Tony Long says, like, no, you got to be stronger in on this next one. Like, just try to like, what's it
Like
called? Be
slap.
more stern, like slap him, like.
Yeah,
I was
like
like,
slap
okay.
shit. Yeah, there was that one, but there was the one where they're like outside
Oh, in the
walking
rain,
in
in
the
the rain.
rain, and then like she like gives this nod, and then he doesn't take the hint.
Yeah, when it's like raining and she's like, "Well, what's it called? I'll just wait here for the rain to die down." And he says, "Well, what if I go and then what's it called? I'll bring your umbrella and get you." And it's like, "No, because then they're gonna know that you're coming for me." And
Yeah,
it's like, and then she kind of gives this nod because then they do it again before he's gonna be leaving, and she kind of gives this nod, and he doesn't like it. Really doesn't register in his brain.
yeah.
And
Like and then she just looks all kind of like sad and shit.
yeah, yeah, she what's it called? This whole movie's like, it's just like, why don't y'all just fuck?
Like I mean, like there'd be people fucking up in there.
Yeah. Hey
Like
man, we would love for it to be like that, man. We would love to, right? You know, but
I I,
hey man,
I mean, it would have given a reason for going through all this shit. Instead, you get normal kind of life of like, well, see ya.
well, yeah, man. I mean, sometimes that's how it works out, man. Sometimes you just can't like.
Those aren't my kind of movies though.
But
Like
hey, man, I'm telling you, Brad. You know, sometimes you just can't get with the hot neighbor. You
it's
know,
true.
it's just it's not. It's life isn't like the porn, like porn, bro.
No, it's not.
No, you just can't go over
But
and
at
be
the
like.
same time, I don't need to see the depression of what life is because I see that every day.
So you're telling me, Brad, that what's it called? What's it called? You would have just wanted them to fuck at some point.
No, not done. Like so. Here's what like it's basically you watch them and you know what they want. Is what we all want. But it's a spiral of an hour and 30 minutes of them just going around the subject. Like, if they really wanted it to, they could have figured out a way to go to like a love hotel, to something, to his fucking office. anything. Like they're either really dense or dumb at
No,
this point.
they just can't stoop
Well,
to their
and
level.
and yeah, basically they're also stuck on that whole, their spouses basically leaving them and cheating with each other. So yeah,
Yeah, it's like if I do what you did to me, like, what does that make me? You know?
but that's when you just write up the divorce papers and you fucking go at it anyway.
Yeah, the fucking divorce in 1960s Hong Kong probably wasn't the what's it called the
Yeah,
most famous thing. You know,
yeah,
they
the
were
legal thing
prudish.
probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, most. See, that's different cultures because 50%
yeah,
divorce rate in U.S.
yeah, bro. Yeah, when every marriage ends
You
in
piss
divorce.
me off. Here's some paperwork. Yeah.
Yeah, Brad's like, God damn it, bro. Why can't it just work like it does in the Americas? In America, man. Like, I just,
1960s Hong Kong. I like I said, like the style is cool. It's all. I'm just not too big a fan of the story.
yeah.
Like
But you
it's
gotta
just,
admit, Brad. What's his name? Uh, what's it called? Mr. Chow's. Mr. Chow's. His what's it called? His coworker. That motherfucker's funny, bro.
dude. That dude's on another one. I'm just going to wait outside her house. Like no.
No, dude,
Don't
don't
do
do that
that, you
shit.
fucking stalker. It's like I need $30. I lost it all at the whorehouse. Like what?
The
Like, well,
fuck?
don't fucking bet what you don't have, and then go to the whorehouse with $2. And my question would be the same thing. Like, what the fuck you get for $2? Which was asked in this, and he did not like go
The
into
British,
any depth or detail. But he just said some kind of special. I'm just like, I don't know
the
what that
British
is.
were handing over Hong Kong, bro. You know the what's it called? It wasn't, it wasn't going well. The economy was kind of tough.
I mean, but like $2, does that like get you a finger? Like what?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
Yep.
But that
Uh,
was just kind of funny. Like, hey, can you give me $30? And then it's like, why? And then he goes into why, and then it's like, should have never asked. Here's $30. Get the fuck out, gross old man.
oh man.
He's like,
Uh,
then with the leaving the hat there so he could go back. It's just like it's not okay, man.
all right, Brad. Well, did you like this at least more than Ashes of Time?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I would say.
Yeah. All right, Brad. Well, what is your final verdict on In the Mood for Love?
I'll give it an 8.
Damn, bro, motherfucker. I thought you were gonna give it like a six, bro.
No, I'm not gonna give it a
That's not
six.
that
I'm gonna give it
terrible.
8. Like I said, like everything on this movie is great to look at. Like, don't get me wrong. It's just like the story itself it's kind of mad to me. Like it's like, well, you just keep watching it for an hour and 30. You're like, well, we all know what you want. Just go for it. Fuck. Like your partners ain't coming back. One wrote you a letter from Japan saying, "Ha ha, bitch, I'm getting
Yeah.
like boned up in here."
Yeah. Which, by the way, man, what's it called? Just wanna say that ending. I love that ending. And yeah, all I gotta say is she's not thinking about you, bro.
Mm-mm. Nope.
She's not thinking about you, bro. Yeah, but it's crazy, Brad. Like he went back to the apartment. She was there. She was there. She was
Yeah,
living
with
in that
with her
room.
son.
Yes, but it was like, oh, some lady's here with her son, and it's
Okay. Yeah, like I said, this character is dense as shit.
bro. You just
Okay.
couldn't just knock on the door, dog, and say, hey,
Yeah.
man, hey, can I see this room? And it's like, oh, hi, it's you. All right, cool.
Yeah,
You know,
finally kick the kid out. Like, just,
yeah,
like throw the little kid out. Be like, yeah, play outdoors with your grandma mahjong or whatever.
yeah, yeah. They were playing mahjong like crazy, bro.
And
Those,
it's happy sounds that's coming out of there.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, that is our review of In the Mood for Love, and of course, we want to thank you all so much for sticking around and listening to our review. If you are watching this on YouTube, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and you leave a like on this video. And of course, when you're subscribing to the channel, make sure you click on that notification bell so you don't miss a single piece of content that drops on the channel. Also, while you're here, if you're listening to us on an audio replay, on an audio podcast platform, make sure that you drop us a 5-star review if they let you. And if they don't, email and tell them, hey, make it possible for us to drop reviews because I want to give this podcast a 5-star review. Of course, we also want to thank our Patreon supporters who make this possible. Without them, none of this is going to happen. And of course, we have some people that we want to thank, like our legacy producer, Shane. Where can they find him, Brad, with good internet connection right now?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at ThriftedIL or go buy something from the Suppy God at Prison City Vintage in Illinois.
All right. And we also want to thank Kylie.
Hi, Kylie. But, not right now because it's pre recorded. So,
Yep.
future Kylie.
Kylie PLI on Twitter, Kylie P Sports 90 on Instagram, who is probably not feeling too hot about the Giants losing. But don't worry, the Cowboys lost.
Yeah, that's what's important.
That's what's important.
When
Sometimes
the
you gotta look
Cowboys
at
lose,
the
everyone's wins.
yeah.
Except Eric.
Except Eric. Yeah, Eric's not. Eric called me today. He was not happy. He was He said, he was really sad. He was like, "No man, fuck this team." He goes, "They always fucking do this." Like, I'm like, "Yeah, man."
It's pretty bad when they're all asking for Tony Romo back. It's like, you don't want that.
The one that y'all were begging for him to leave, right? You're like, and now apparently y'all want him back.
Yeah. I don't think Tony Romo would have helped.
Yeah, probably not. All right, man. Of course, we also are on Twitter at the Nerdcore _, Instagram at the Nerdcore, and our Discord link is in our description, and it is on both description of the video and audio. So join it, talk about movies with us, talk about wrestling with us, all that wonderful stuff. But this is it, y'all. This is our conclusion for now to our Wong Kar-wai month. We still have a couple of other films that we can watch from him. We have freaking what's it called? Days of Being Wild, 2046. Um, um, what's this first one called? Um, damn, bro. I'm forgetting the name of his first movie, bro. Like, I literally mentioned it in the last freaking what's it called? Episode. But yeah, we have what's it called? Um, Days of Being Wild 2046. We have Happy Together. We have no, damn it, man. I don't remember, but we
Yeah, I'm
have
just
enough for
honestly,
another month.
I'm
Yeah,
just excited about the Edward Yang news that you sent me before I
yeah,
got on
man.
here.
I'm like, ooh, I
Ooh.
hope somebody can pick it up so that way they can bring it out, or maybe we can just find a way to watch it, But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, I'm really happy about that. Of course, we do have two restorations for those for Edward Yang movies that are coming soon, but yeah, this has been it, y'all. We are actually concluding the month with our review of My Blueberry Nights, which is his only English language film, and honestly, that's the one I'm least looking forward to, man. But yeah, man, that's we're gonna be doing that on the Patreon mini, and of course on Wednesday we are going to be talking about a special movie, Brad. We are celebrating Rockamania here, and you all voted for us to watch and review the game plan.
Oh God.
Yep. Luckily enough, I do not have to rent this shit because it is available on Disney Plus.
Ooh.
So thank you all for making it easy for me. But in the meantime, uh, we will see you all on Thursday for that live review of the game plan. Brad, I am so sorry, Brad. They voted for this, bro.
Okay, so it's a review, so it's not a commentary.
No, not a commentary. It's a review.
Okay.
Yeah. As
Gotcha.
tears go by, as tears go by. That's the freaking movie. Okay. So yeah, we have 4 movies that we can do. So we can't really do a complete month, but
I mean, you basically could if you throw one on there as the mini pod.
well, he does have like a 30-minute short film, and it would be the mini pod. So
Yeah.
hey, fuck it, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's called The Hand, and it's available on the set, which I have. Oh, it's not 40, it's 56 minutes, bro. And I believe Robert Downey Jr. is in this movie. Is he? No, he's not. Never mind. I thought he was. What the fuck? Man, y'all are just straight up lying to me at this point.
Hey,
All
you're
right,
supposed to be
man.
the expert.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be, Brad. I have the set. So what's it called? Without further ado, Brad, we will see them on Thursday for our review of the game plan. Let's go ahead and send them out.
All right, Raul. Thank you for being the host as always. Thank to all those who join us in the future chat. Again, this is pre-recorded, so sorry, y'all. Thank you to all our listeners out there, all our patron supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, yeah, like why old bitches gotta be talking about women dressing up to go get noodles? Like,
None of your
let that
business.
woman dress how she wants, cause
She
like
was
she
looking
don't
good.
look bad.
She was
I'm
looking
just saying.
good.
I'm just saying, respectfully, like that woman can dress up however she wants, and you old bitches need to shut the fuck up, you bunch of old Karens.
Brad would have risked it all in the 60s for
Mm,
her.
mm. Especially if my wife would cheat on me in Japan, be like,
Brad's a different type of man, bro.
mm, man. Anyways, young goat out.